Hola Ismael, how are you?
I'm doing great, Jimena.
Thank you for having us today.
Thank you for visiting.
Pues bueno, as you know, I'm here representing the Miami teen community, so I would like to know what your perspective is on the unique challenges that us teens face today.
Wow, interesting question, complex topic, but I think that the main challenge that your generation has is velocity,
Okay.
speed. Why? Because when I grew up, we were used to certain speeds, learning
course.
speeds, and we didn't have internet, we didn't have cell phones, tablets, and all
Right.
kinds of gadgets that you have available
Of course.
to you today. And one of the things that I teach when I go and I do speaking engagements and conferences about leadership is that the generation, the so-called millennials, you're used to having satisfaction guaranteed immediately. And that you're only just, like clicking on the tip of your fingers and having access to tons of information, but it has to be right now. The challenge is that certain processes and certain things in life, they really don't come that fast.
Of course.
And probably, growing more patience. If you are used to having everything now, it's kind of difficult.
Claro, claro.
No?
Sí, yeah. How are they different to the challenges that you faced as a teenager?
I think we didn't have that much option to connect globally. Now we have technology that has brought people closer, living all over the world. I remember when I was your age that I used to write letters to other teens around the world, and I had to send the letter, wait 2 months or 3 maybe until I got the letter back with the response. Imagine, no Facebook, no Instagram, no Twitter. So it's a totally different world. And now you have the option of communicating virtually.
Yeah.
But that has a challenge also.
Of
Why?
course.
Because you are so used to be on your phone that sometimes you miss reality. The real reality. Because you are living virtual reality. No?
Sí, well, talking about social media, I've
Yes.
noticed that you're very active and successful in it. So what role do you think that social media plays in journalism, for example?
Well, for journalists, it's really an amazing tool.
Claro.
I look back when I didn't have it and I say, wow, we called it feedback. So you were a journalist, you did something, you had no idea how people react to something or a story or a topic until you broadcast it. But it was already done. Now, social media gives you the compass of what's people, topic in their minds, what they are really interested about knowing more or investigating. So you have that
Of
in
course.
front of the story of your broadcast, not at the end when it's over. So it changed totally the model of communications.
Of course, I completely agree. Tell me a little bit about your book, Sé como el bambú. What does it mean?
Well, El Secreto del Bambú and Ser como el Bambú, which is the book for kids and teens, it's an interesting fable. It's a story about the qualities of bamboo as a plant, but that we as human beings can learn from bamboo. Solidarity, because their roots, they really create a fabric. They grow together and they are so strong that they are really anti-seismic. In Japan, many bamboo forests were the places that Japanese went there to escape an earthquake. And it's really interesting. And then the bamboo grows deep and further in the earth before going up. So the stacks of bamboo, they waited probably 7 years growing underground before trying to conquer the heights.
Okay.
So and bamboo is empty, The stem, the stacks are empty. That means that we have to be empty to grow, to learn, to become better in what we do, So we have to learn, but we have to keep spaces for continued learning.
Of course.
There are so many analogies with bamboo.
Do you have other books for young people?
Yes, I do have. My second book, it was called A Good Son of a Bee in English, but actually it's published in Spanish. So it's Un Buen Hijo de P. That P in Spanish, it's like B in English, and it's an insult. And I got that insult on a tweet after finishing a program about Venezuela and the political situation when I was at CNN. And then I got really, really offended because I say, you know, any other insult or whatever, it's about me, but this is about my mom. And she's not something near that word. So, but then I said, well, let it rest because something great and productive will come surrounding that tweet. And 3 days later, I realized that I was writing a book that was called My 3 P's of Success: Passion, Patience, and Perseverance. And then I said, wow, I'm writing about my 3 P's of success. This guy called me Un Buen Hijo de P, a good son of a bee. So this is a better title. I will change the book. This is a better title. And that's what I did. I changed the book, and it's a fictional story with characters. And I'm really happy because the main character is only 24. So it's really young. And he talks about he wants to reconquer Mary, his girlfriend. He's afraid of commitment. So, you know, things that probably at your age are normal, regular challenges.
Do you have any words of wisdom for us? Something that will help us achieve our goals?
Yes. Be always curious.
Curious.
Yes. You have to keep learning and be surprised by everything. For instance, I grew up not being able to fly on a plane. Now I fly every single week, probably twice, 3, 4 times on a plane. And I make it conscious that I will never take for granted the miracles of science, creativity, and technology made by the human brain and genius, that it's the possibility of flying. Because before, people had to go across the seas in months using ships before the airplane was invented. So be curious. Be curious because curiosity will bring you to your passion. Passion will create a vocation that will be your profession and hopefully your dharma. Your dharma is your life mission.